Benjamin Sesko finally at United. Here we go. Just like Fabrizio Romano called it. I think with this signing, United. First of all, one thing I want to say is this transfer window, in terms of where it ranks, of all the transfer windows United have had, this one is probably the best one I can imagine. I think. Right. So there was the one that Ronaldo came in. Obviously, that was a big one. It didn't quite work out. There's one Pogba came in. That was huge. Bruno Fernandes, that was huge too. But this time it really feels like we're hiring not just like huge big name players on huge salaries. We're hiring people, we're signing people that first of all want to be at the club. Second of all, are part of the team, will fit the team tactics, right? Benjamin Sesko finally at United. That one didn't take too long. Honestly, we kind of did it just like that. And I don't know how we had the funds. Just a reminder, if you like this video, please go ahead, leave a like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The goal is to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I need your help to get it, and that'd be much appreciated. Anyway, back to the video. We've signed Matheus Cunha. We've also signed Bryan Mbeumo. And I think this team is starting to look, like a proper team. Now, in actuality, I don't know where exactly, if I had to predict where we'd finish by the end of the season, I still can't say. With the new signings, I think we could potentially finish for sure in the top 10, right? It's not as simple as just bringing a bunch of players and just hoping it works out, right? Ruben Amorim has a specific style he wants to play. Now we have Bryan Mbeumo, Matheus Cunha, Sesko. We have Bruno Fernandes already in the team. I think United are going places. Genuinely. I genuinely think United are going places. I think we have a proper squad now, which is good. And honestly, I haven't been this excited for a season in a long time. United has a way of, always making you excited before season, and every season as it comes, as it goes, they end up disappointing us, unfortunately. This season will probably be the same. I think the damage that United has done for us over the past 10 years is so much that, as a United fan, just don't expect much, right? I've said in previous videos that we'll win the league. Do I actually think we'll win the league? Absolutely not. Definitely not. But I do think that we do have a solid chance to make top 6. Do I think that's necessarily where we need to finish to be happy? No, because I think at the end of the day, yes, we've signed all these players. Yes, we probably have a squad that is, maybe a top 6 squad at the least. That being said, though, these players need time to gel together, to understand how each other play. The fact that we only play one game a week is going to take us a while for us to. We were talking positives about the energy level, time on training pitch, which is true, but I also feel like time on the training pitch and time, playing an actual official game is very different. And I feel like we will need at least several games for the team chemistry to fully develop between Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha, and potentially some other signings if they come in. But I do think we have a chance to hit, for sure, after finishing 15th last season. I think where we should be happy, that if we finish here, we're good. I think Ruben should stay. I think he should stay regardless, even if we finish 16th, honestly. I think he should stay because I think, first of all, he handles the media great. And then second of all, we just can't keep changing managers. I just can't. We just can't do it. We're not going to finish 16th, that being said. But regardless, I think if we finish top 10, I think we should be happy with it, because at the end of the day, we are going from 15th to 10th. And that's a big jump. That's a big jump. If any other team, I know Manchester United isn't any other team, I get it. But if any other team were to go from 15 up 5 places to 10th or top 10, I think that'd be a good season. And so that's how I'm viewing this. I'm trying to look at Manchester United as an average team, as a way we treat every other team. And I think the reason why I think the reason why people don't do that, which I think they should, but the reason why they don't is because, it's Manchester United, right? Greatest team in the world. They should be winning the Premier League every year. Well, surprise, in the past 10 years, not 10, 2012, 2013. So that's, in the past 12 years, right, we have been absolute trash. right? And so to maintain that expectation of us winning the league is something that's always got on my nerves, because at the end of the day, like, you can see this squad that we have is not a Premier League winning squad. It's not. We haven't had a Premier League winning coach in a long time, in my opinion. Jose Mourinho maybe, but in my opinion, not really. We haven't had a Premier League winning squad, in my opinion, in such a long time. I think this squad still has a lot of work to go in order for it to even be in the conversation of winning the Premier League, in order to contend with teams like Arsenal. I hate Arsenal, by the way. Leave a like in the video if you absolutely despise Arsenal. But in order to contend with teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea this season, they're going to be a great team. That's without a doubt. I think you can easily tell, especially after that game against PSG, they were surprisingly insane. They were very good. Palmer, he kicked off somehow, but I digress. I think if we finish top 10, we should count that as a good season. Ultimately, I do think the goal shouldn't be to win the Premier League. Now, I know internally they're probably never going to come out and say it this season. However, internally, that's probably the goal. As Manchester United, you want to win every game. There's nothing less than that, right? You can't go into a game saying I want to get a draw. You can't go into a game saying we got to throw this game away. We can't win it. As Manchester United, you have to go into every game. Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Am I missing another team? The Big Five. That's the Big Five. Anyway, you have to go into those games with the intention of winning. And so in that case, I do think that it's in the players' minds, it's in the coach minds that then they do have to win every game. And so the league title would probably be our goal internally. That being said, I think that's not possible right now. Definitely not. And I think that we should be happy anything top 6. If we get into Europe next year, that should be the goal. And if we do, I think that we can count that as a successful season. If we win the FA Cup, which will still be in, obviously, the EFL Cup, which will still be in, if we can win those, I think we, that's obviously a successful season, no doubt about that. I think we're actually in the right place. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I think United have been extremely competent this transfer season. I think that we are hitting a sort of different stride. We're a lot more. Our strategy is a lot better going into these transfer windows. We're no more just putting a bid in for players, whether they want to come or not, and hoping that they come. Right? We're now actually contacting the player, making sure through somehow, because I know you can't contact the player without the club's permission, but we're contacting players, making sure that they actually want to come, and we actually make it happen. Right? You can look at Benjamin Sesko, for example, right? We contacted him. He made sure. Newcastle put a bid in. United put a bid in. Newcastle actually put in a higher bid, and theirs got rejected. Not to mention, Benjamin Sesko actually lowered his wages just to join Man United. That's the kind of players we want. That's the kind of attitude we want. The pulling power of United is back. Brian Mbeumo, he only wanted United, and he made that. Even though Brentford tried to make it really tough for us, he made that as easy as possible for us. He made it clear. He wasn't requesting high wages. And that was good. You had Matheus Cunha. That happened super fast, right? He wanted to come United. And these are players that they had a lot of clubs in for them, and they still chose United. Despite us finishing 15th last season, despite us not have any Europa League competition, no Champions League, no Europa League, no conference, nothing. And they still chose us. So I think that speaks volumes of how big United is and how well we are seen, despite all our terrible and terrible finishes of the league in the past 10 years, despite how bad we've been, despite all the drama with the players and the disciplinary issues, despite all that, we're still a big club. And this is exciting. Let me know what your thoughts are on this video below. Let me know what you think about United. And once again, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Peace.